If we're here for the sentient life, the human and non-human suffering that's being caused as a result of climate change, do you think a logical extension of that is to care about farmed animals as well, like pigs, cows, chickens?
Yeah.
What do you think about veganism then?
I'm.
What do you think about animal agriculture?
Animal agriculture, okay. Okay, I'm not a vegan. I'm not even a vegetarian. I totally understand. Oh, he caught me out there. Yeah, I totally understand there is a massive problem, and that agriculture, particularly involving animals or growing of food to feed animals, is a nonsense. I do eat animal products. I eat locally sourced animal products. It's a slight justification, but yeah, it's again, I look at myself, am I taking this seriously? I'm probably not taking it as seriously as I should do. Yeah.
That's very honest of you to say.
Actually, death is part of life and, the natural cycle of things. If we were living in indigenous communities and had to go out and hunt for an animal, I would have no problem killing an animal, I don't think.
What is the distinction between our lives now and that? What's the moral difference between those two?
Well, I mean, for a start, it's a matter of scale. There's, far too many of us to be doing that. And the fact that consumption is so high. The amount of meat that people eat now is way beyond. If we all kind of brought that back quite a lot and ate meat in smaller quantities, then perhaps, we need a lot of people for that to make a difference. But yeah.
What if we were to kill a human, but only one human? Say if I was to kill one human now, the scale's very small.
Yeah.
Is there any ethical issue with that?
I would say yes, there is. Thankfully.
Why?
You got the war on drugs. Well, all the drugs are pharmaceutical patents, so that's why they're illegal, because pharmaceutical people get the money. Then you got the war on terror, 9/11. Okay, there was a plane went into the building, no problem. Yeah, we know that.
Something I wanted to ask you about is there's a lot of vegans here.
Well,
what do you think?
Your stomach can't digest vegetables. So your stomach's only designed to digest fruit, and it takes 20 minutes to completely digest. The quickest of all other foods to digest is parsley, which takes an hour and 45 minutes. So we're completely given the wrong foods, so it upsets the metabolism in our body, and then they can lie to us because they put mercury and the chlorine in the tap water, and they put aluminium in the food as a preservative. So this is a neurotoxin. It creates homocysteine, attacks the brain.
I don't have a problem with an agriculture that treats animals humanely.
Right.
And isn't a mass industry and factory farming. But I mean, lots of people in XR are vegan. I'm not. I'm vegetarian.
Do you guys think there is a humane way to kill an animal?
It's not my biggest issue.
Do you think there are any good arguments against being vegan?
No.
Well, what if I was to say to you that I really enjoy the taste of meat?
Yeah, I mean that's an intelligent reason. I enjoy the taste of meat. The best vegan food I've eaten is as good as any meat that I've eaten.
Where do you draw the distinction? Like, what's wrong with stepping on a bug, or eating a piece of grass or a plant that is also alive and has its own life cycle?
Do you think there's a moral distinction between killing a plant and killing an animal?
Yes.
So 85% of the people believe what they're told, and that's the people that are going, I'll wear a mask, I'll wash my hands in caustic soda, because after 1 year, the soap is bound, caustic soda and alkali, after 1 year breaks down and it returns to caustic soda. So everyone with red hands has been burning themselves, it goes into the skin, it burns the mucous membranes.
If we were to imagine, say, like a dog in front of us now, and I sort of got a gun out and said, I'm just going to kill this dog very quickly, and it's like a 6-month-old dog, pretty happy, shot the dog in the back of the head, then slit the dog's throat, and then if I ate the dog, would you think that was ethical behaviour, or would you have a moral issue with me doing so?
I think it would be a bit unnecessary.
Do you think that meat, dairy, or cheese or eggs? Do you think these products are necessary?
I think I haven't got that rigid ideas about what people should eat. I think we need to move away from a meat-based diet. That's my position.
What do you think is the moral distinction between, say, harming and killing an animal for meat or harming and killing an animal for dairy or eggs?
I think that there's a different scale of it, and it depends how. There's also
Someone could hurt another human being and say it gave me pleasure, and we'd say, so what? But I guess with eating meat, we see it as different because we need food to survive.
Yeah, but we know that we can survive without meat.
Right.
But there's no sort of secret about that. The science, this idea that we'd all just fade away without a shot of meat. I totally see my eating, which is occasional, but it's totally self-indulgent and it's unnecessary. So yeah.
How much suffering do you think is caused by eating animal products?
Massive. Yeah, it's massive. Yeah.
Also, where do you stop? With like agriculture, even if you're not killing any animals, but you're still, using a whole field for agriculture, you're still preventing a habitat from being used. You're still preventing an animal from living there, and you may have massively reduced the animal population of that area that would be viable otherwise. So even just saying, oh, it's fine, we'll eat plants is not necessarily gonna.
I suppose one issue is that the animals we eat have to be fed with crops.
Yeah, sure.
So they use more land to grow the crops to feed the animals we eat. What do you think of the argument that the vegans make about
There isn't an argument. Because
not
they
killing
don't-
animals?
Well, we have authority over animals, but our body isn't designed to eat animals, and that's the only reason we kill them. So it's a lack of knowledge in learning how our bodies work that we accept, given in this food is rubbish. Your stomach can't digest wheat.
Do you think we should have the right to kill animals?
Well, God's law states all men are equal, only God is above. Nobody has any authority over anybody else. You're not allowed to kill another human, steal from another human, or injure another human. You're not allowed to touch birds, but you can do what you like over animals. We have dominion over animals, and that's God's law.
I suppose the scripture also says some questionable.
It's not scripture. The Bible is written to hijack the story of a man at the end of times.
They grind male chickens alive while they're fully conscious. That happens in the British egg industry because the male chicks don't produce any eggs. They only need the females, the hens. And it doesn't matter if it's factory farming or free range. This happens at the level of the breeder. In the dairy industry, they separate the babies from their mothers, and it creates a lot of psychological stress for both of them. And I suppose all of the animals in the dairy or egg industry are killed just like the ones bred specifically for meat as well. So I'm kind of trying to raise awareness about these issues, and I feel like the people here, because they're generally people who care about animals, it seems like a good place to go for that conversation.
Sounds like you're not doing the interview. You're kind of arguing your position, which is fine.
I mean, well, what do you think? What do you think about the egg industry? Do you think that's unethical?
About what's happening here, I want to focus on that now, really.
Okay, cool. Well, thank you for talking to me anyway.
I mean, our milk, we buy raw milk from a local farm, and I know that I've worked on farms, I understand agriculture, I know that male calves have to be killed, otherwise the system doesn't work. And I suppose there's a level that I accept that as a traditional sort of way of living.
Do you think that tradition should dictate morality?
No, I'm not a big believer in tradition. I'm very dubious of tradition.
Yeah, so I suppose there's some parts of the world where they treat women very poorly, and it's part of their culture to do so, like female genital mutilation, for example. But would we say that could be justified based on the fact that it's traditional?
No.
Yeah. No. What about taking babies from their mothers in the dairy industry?
No.
What if I was to say that I got a lot of pleasure from eating meat? Would that be a good justification?
I mean, my view is no. I don't. I wouldn't. I would say that's not a good enough justification.
Yeah.
However, I probably myself justify eating occasional dairy products with the fact that I enjoy it. So that, and obviously that's contributing to the death of animals.
Right.
I sometimes think about people who fish, who catch fish,
Yeah.
take them off the hook and chuck them back in. And I think, if you could hear that fish screaming at you,
Right.
would you do it? And that's part of probably how it is for a lot of people with any animal agriculture. If you could actually understand, when that cow is in the field, who's just had its calf separated, what they're actually saying, like, where's my fucking baby?
Yeah.
So yeah, you see, I know it all, but I'm still.
Yeah.
So who are you? Come on.
Oh, so I have a YouTube channel called Humane Hancock, and I go to different protests and try to make links to veganism and try to have a conversation about animal ethics.
Right.
Yeah. And I feel like this is a good place to go because a lot of people are here because they're empathetic and they care about all the animals dying in forest fires and that kind of thing. Do you think that people will look back one day at what we're doing to animals in the same way that you and me would look back at slavery?
Yeah, I do think so.
Yeah.
I do think so. Yeah, I think so. I've kind of thought that before.
It's kind of fucked, isn't it?
Yeah, it's kind of screwed up. And also, I suppose, having this conversation, it's screwed up then that I'm kind of aware of that. It's a thought that I've had, and yet still contribute to it in some way,
Yeah.
I think maybe in 100 years, 50 years, maybe veganism will be the norm.
Yeah.
I think it will be.
All you can do is keep having conversations like this and trying to, I would not be surprised if this conversation makes you think twice next time I go and have.
Awesome.
Think about having some cheese.
Last question for you then. If you could press a button to change the UK into a vegan country where animals aren't being tortured and killed, would you press it?
Without a doubt.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. I'll give you an elbow bump. And I'll give you a card as well, actually. That's got my YouTube channel on it.
Great.
That's my name, Humane Hancock on YouTube. There's also some really good stuff here. The best speech ever here is a university lecture on YouTube. That's great. And that's a documentary on YouTube, Land of Hope and Glory, where they go through all the processes of how we get meat, dairy, and eggs. And it's really good.
Yeah, wonderful.
Thank you so much for talking.
Thank you. Yes, a pleasure.